Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Uh, this is gonna be part 3 of the 2023 silly season for the Craftsman, no, not Craftsman, the Truck Series. I don't want to get copyrighted. So uh, 2 days ago I did the Cup Series silly season news, and then yesterday I did the National Series silly season news. So today we're gonna do the Truck Series, and we're gonna get right into it. So first bit of silly season news is DGR, David Gillen Racing. They rebranded the name from David Gillen Racing to Tricon Garage. They are now the main Toyota pipeline team for all development drivers for the Toyota drivers. So they swapped from Ford to Toyota. And they had 3 trucks full time last year. Now they're going to have at least 4 trucks full time, maybe 5. I think it's 5. So the one truck is they're going to be their all-star truck. And I expect Toyota drivers to be there in that truck, like John Nemechek, Sammy Smith maybe, Ty Gibbs would be stretching a little bit. Trevor Bayne might be maybe Ryan Truex as well. I don't know. We'll see about that. But I expect that truck to win races and compete for the Owners Championship. Next is the 5 truck, Dean Thompson. He'll be full time in 2023 with Tricon Garage. He was full time last year with Nice Motorsports in the 40 truck. He didn't score a top 10 last year. His best finish, I believe, was an 11th, which was Las Vegas. Second race of the season. So not a great rookie campaign for Dean Thompson, but I expect him to at least improve. My expectations for him, I don't think he's going to win. He'll be on the bubble for the playoff spot, but that's about it. I don't see him making the playoffs, and I don't see him winning a race either. Next is Corey Heim in the 11th truck. He won a couple races last year with KBM. He won Rookie of the Year as well. He's going to be full time in that 11th truck for Tricon Garage. My expectations for him, I think he'll win a couple races. I see him winning at least 2 races. And I'm making the playoffs and making the round of 8. So I expect good things from Corey Heim. Next is the 15 truck, Tanner Gray. He's going to be full time again with DGR, with Tricon Garage. He started off with the season real well last year. 3 top 10s in 3 races at Daytona, Las Vegas, and Atlanta. And then when COTA came around, they fell off and ultimately never made the playoffs. So my expectations for him, I think he'll be in the conversation for a playoff spot again. I think he'll I don't think it's gonna be close if he makes the playoffs or not. But I really don't know yet. Next is the 17 truck. Is his younger brother Taylor Gray. He's gonna be full time in the Truck Series. He should have at least 1 win already into his career. Thank you, John Hunter from IRP. But I expect him to win a race this year, and I expect him to make the playoffs. I expect him to make the round of 8 as well. But you never know. Next team is a new one, not to some fans, but the 2 truck, Rev Racing. They are very known for their ARCA program with the 2 and 6 cars. They're going to be full time for the first time in the Truck Series with Nick Sanchez as their main driver, and they're going to have a technical alliance with KBM, Cowbush Motorsports, which we'll talk about in a little bit. My expectations for Nick, I think he can win a race, at least 1, 2 at most. So I got to make it the playoffs. I think he'll probably be eliminated in the round of 10. I think, because I think he'll win at least 1 race. So I got him at least making the playoffs at least. So at least the round of 10. But not anything further after that. So next, like I mentioned, KBM. Like I mentioned, since Kyle Busch is going to Wichita's Racing in the Cup Series, that means his Truck Series team, Kyle Busch Motorsports, have to swap manufacturers from Toyota to Chevy, kind of like how Kyle did. And they are losing a truck as well, so they're no longer going to have the 18 truck. So now they're going to have 2 trucks full time. And their main truck is going to be the 4, which will be Chase Purdy, who leaves for Toy and Racing Enterprises, the 61 truck, and be full time in the 4 truck. My expectations for him, at least make Daytona, because he didn't make Daytona last year, which that was just surprising to see. And I don't think he'll win a race. I'll be very surprised if he doesn't make the playoffs at least. But I expect the Ford truck to at least contend for a playoff spot. Not win a race, but make the playoffs at least. And then the 51 truck is going to be the All-Star truck again for KBM. I expect Kyle Busch, Jack Wood, maybe Myatt Snyder and Jimmy Johnson, because I heard there was a rumor that Jimmy Johnson might actually make at least 2 starts with KBM. So that would be really awesome to see Jimmy Johnson drive for Kyle Busch. Never thought that would happen. And the main two drivers mainly is Kyle Busch. He's gonna win at least 5 races with with that truck. Don't know the tracks yet, but be sure at least 5 races. And the other one is Jack Wood, who was full time with GMS in the 24 truck last year, and he was terrible. Don't think he got a top 10. Don't think he even got a top 15. Well, he might have got a top 15, but definitely not a top 10. So I expect him to, especially with Kyle Busch as the owner, you gotta perform. Like you gotta be competing for wins, top 5s, top 10s. Same with Chase Putty, same boat for him. Because Kyle Busch sets the bar for his team real high. So I hope to see Jack Wood and Chase Putty compete one up front. Because Kyle Busch would be utterly frustrated and upset if you were not performing your own equipment, and then he goes out and wins in the same truck that you're driving, which has happened before, a couple years ago, but hopefully it won't be a repeat. Next is Young's Motorsports. The only driver they confirmed was Spencer Boyd returning to the 12 truck full time. They have not made any news about the 02 or 20 trucks yet. My expectations for him. Expectations for Boyd, just won all the laps, finish the races, and bring some money in. Next is this is the third biggest news in the truck series. ThorSport, for like the 5th time. Sorry, it's like the 3rd time in 5 years that swapped manufacturers. So they're going back to Ford from Toyota. And the big one here is Hailie Deegan is going to be in the 13 truck full time. It got rebranded from the 98, so she's replacing Christian Eckes in the 13 truck, with Tom Majeski returning to the 66, Matt Crafton returning to the 88, and Ben Rhodes returning to the 99. My expectations for Hailie. I hope she can make the playoffs at least. Will she win a race? That's to be determined. If I think she's gonna win a race, I think she can win at least one, which that would be awesome for the women's community because it's a male dominant sport. So see a woman in victory lane, that's gonna get reports going through the roof. A lot of buzz if Hailie Deegan can win a race. I think she'd be the first woman to ever win a race in NASCAR, I think. Oh, yeah, NASCAR. So that would be huge. As for Tom Majeski, I didn't think he could win a race last year. He proved me wrong. He won 2 races, and I didn't think he'd make the championship for him, and he did with his win from Bristol, which that was surprising. I think so he proved me wrong. So I think he could back up what he did last year. I think he can maybe win 3 races because I think he could have won like 3 or 4 races last year. He won at least 2, but I think he could have won at least a couple more with how good he ran. So I think he can. Win at least 2, 3 more this season. I think he'll make the championship 4 again. Prove me wrong again. Matt Crafton, on the other hand, he's getting up there with age. I think he's closing in on retirement soon. And he didn't win a race last year, and he barely made the playoffs. So I don't see him winning a race again this year, and I don't I don't see him making the playoffs this year either. Which that's gonna be very unfortunate for Matt Crafton, because I think he's the only driver ever since they implemented the playoff system in 2016. I think he's the only driver to make all 6 years. I think it's 6. 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. 7 years. 2021 and 2022. So yeah, it's 7 years. He's going for 8 this year. Ben Rhodes, my expectations for him, same as Tom Majeski. Win multiple races, make the championship 4, compete for the championship. And he had a weird end to the year. Like, he started off great. He won Bristol he won the dirt race at Bristol. Then he just fell off. Like through the summer and into the playoffs, he just fell off. And then he has what's it called? One-time moments. That's what it is. He would have one-time moments, like he will finish second IRP, and then he finished like 18th at Richmond the next race, and then Talladega he finished second, and then Bristol he would want terrible. I think he won 17th or 18th, and then he comes back next race finished second at Talladega, like kind of like that. They need to work on the consistency. Like, they need to improve on the consistency throughout the season. You can't just win a race and then, oh, we're going to fall off here. I know why. I think if I remember correctly, the reason they did was because they wanted to test new stuff. So they went back to the old stuff. And even the old stuff didn't work. So, hopefully, hopefully they can work on the consistency and be threats for the championship rather than just walk into it. Alright, next team is a toy. I already mentioned the 61 truck, but the other truck, the 16, Tyler Ankrum, he will return for his second season with the team. He kind of disappointed me last year. They didn't start off great, but at the end of the year, they started clicking off top 10s. So, they were improving at the end of the year. They didn't make the playoffs last year. So my expectations for him, I think he'll improve again. I think he'll take the next step, try to get some top 5s. Maybe sneak a win, maybe get in the playoffs that way. If not, then I think he'll be in the playoffs on points, hopefully. Excuse me, I thought I about to boop for a second. Felt one coming on. But back to the 61 truck. With Chase Purdy leaving the team, going to KBM, and currently, as today is January 20th, they have not announced who will be replacing Purdy in the 61 truck. Who I think is going to replace Chase Purdy? I got 2 names, but they are far stretched. The first one, I got Trevor Bayne driving that 61 truck full time. If they could bring in a sponsorship for Trevor, and then he might be if he's going to be in that 61 truck, I think, like I said, Trevor could be, he could be part-time, he could be part-time in the one truck, but my main mindset is I think he'll be full-time in the 61 truck for Toy, if they can bring in sponsorship. And the other driver, I got Derek Kraus, because we're about to go into it in a little bit. He lost his WAD, which honestly I did not think was going to happen, because I thought Bill McInerney were going to have him for the long haul. But I think he'll be in the 61 truck. I'm leaning more towards Derek than Trevor. So I got Kraus. Yeah, I got Kraus going in the 61 truck. And his old wide, the 19, he's being replaced by Christian Eckes, which I didn't see that coming. After 1 year with ThorSport, I thought he was sure he was going to come back for a second year, but no, I don't know why ThorSport decided to ditch him so fast, because he was having some really good ones. He should have won at least 2 or 3 races last year, and then they just dumped him for no reason. Probably because of sponsorship, if I had to guess, which that's the name of the game nowadays. No matter how much talent you have, but if you don't have the sponsors, you can't back it up. You can't back it up if you don't have the sponsorship. So, my expectations for Christian and his new ride, the 19, I hope he wins a race. I think he can. I think he can win a race, but I don't see him winning a race, but I'm hoping he can win a race to prove to ThorSport, hey, I can win races. I can do this. But I think he'll be at least compete for a playoff spot. It's going to be questionable if he makes it in or not. But I think he's going to be at least compete for a spot in the playoffs. Might sneak a win in. And then the second truck, the 35 now. It was the 91, now it's the 35. Jake Garcia, who ran a few races. I think he ran like 2 or 3 races last year in the Truck Series. In the 35. He had some really good ones. But unfortunately for Colby Howard, he got the boot. And Jake Garcia has now replaced Howard, and the second truck is now the 35 rather than the 91. Same with I'm gonna say the same thing for Christian Eckes, like Colby Howard. Colby was he was really good for his first full season in the Truck Series. He did really good. I mean, yeah, he even beat 19 sometimes. He even beat Cross sometimes. Same thing with ThorSport. I don't know why you would ditch him, because he was really good. He should have gotten his best career finish. He got 2 top 10s, I believe, and 2 or 3 top 10s, like 2 9ths and a 10th. Should have gotten a 6th at IRP. Thank you, Carson. But yeah, Colby, just like Christian, Colby was really good for the equipment that he was given. He did really, really good. I just don't understand why they ditched him. Just like with Christian and ThorSport. I don't get it. I really don't. Hopefully Colby can land a good ride. He might be in the 61 for Hattori, who knows? I don't see that happening though. But it's just a shame that these teams just throw away drivers like paper. It's a shame, it really is. Alright, next is AM Racing. I mentioned yesterday that they starting up their own national team for the first time. And like I mentioned, there are 4 teams, so naturally they're gonna be swapping to Ford from Chevy in the Truck Series. And my prediction is I think they'll be full-time in the Truck Series, but with multiple drivers. And the main 3 I got in mind are Austin Rain Self, Max Gutierrez, and Brett Moffitt himself. So I think it'll be full-time. I think the truck will be full-time, but with those 3 drivers. Next is GMS Racing. The 23 truck, Grant Anfinger, returning for his second season. Don't know his plans after 2023, but as far as I know, he'll be back in the truck this season. My expectations for him, they didn't start off great, but right around the last 3 races, like the 3-race span of Mid-Ohio, Pocono, and then IRP, when they, excuse me, there's the boob, where they had the crew chief change to Jeff Hensley, that's when the 23 started clicking. And then I think they were the best truck in terms of average finish in the round of 10, with IRP, Richmond, and Kansas. So I think they can improve again. I think they can win a couple more races and compete for the championship. The second truck, like I mentioned, the 24, Jack Wood got the boot. And, Jack Wood got the boot. And, let's swap hands here real quick. There we go. Jack Wood got the boot. And Roger Caruth is going to be replacing him in the 24 truck, which That's awesome. I'm happy for Waja. Um, my expectations for him, I um, I got him at least winning one race, but mainly just won all the laps, finish the races, and you be like maybe could be for a playoff spot. I think winning a race might be a little too far of a stretch, but at least can finish the races, won all the laps. And same goes for the third truck, the 43. Uh, Daniel Dye will be full time, I believe. Is he the? I think he's no, no. I'm thinking of Thad Moffitt. Never mind. Daniel Dye will be full time in the 43 truck for GMS. Same thing. My expectations for him, same as Waja. I think he can win a race, but main focus is to be consistent, win all the laps. And for Daniel, he's never made a start in a truck before, I believe. So his first start would be Daytona. Actually, no. Actually, no. It's not. I just remembered. He's not 18 yet. So he's not going to be able to win Daytona. So his first race will actually be Las Vegas. I forgot about that. Because he's too young to win Daytona. You got to be at least 18 to win Daytona. No one of the big ovals. So be curious who will be in the 43 truck for Daytona at least. But starting in Las Vegas, Daniel Dye will be in that 43 truck. I forgot about that. So that's going to put him in a hole for Rookie of the Year. A little bit, but it should be fine. And got two more teams on here. The second team was added onto the list just yesterday. First, Nice Motorsports. They announced that the 42 truck will be driven by Carson Hocevar again for the third full-time season. And no news yet on their other trucks, being the 40, the 44, or the 45. Maybe the 41 if they want it. My expectations for Carson, I really hope he wins the race, because I think he finished second like 3 times last year, which was very disappointing. And he should have won a race. He should have won Charlotte if that caution didn't come out. I feel bad for Carson on that night. But I think he'll finally break through and win the race. He's like Kyle Larson. You know he's going to win. It's just a matter of time to win. And I think he'll win a race this year, and I think he'll make the playoffs. And I think I'm going to at least the round of 8. I don't think he's going to make the championship 4, but at least the round of 8. And then the final team on this list, On Point Motorsports, the 30 truck. They made an announcement that Ryan Vargas will be winning majority of the races in that truck. His first start would be at Atlanta in March, so that'd be the third race of the season for trucks. And my expectations for Ryan, won all the laps, finished the races, bring in some money for the team. That team is coming on strong at the end of the year too. Cause when they started off the year with Tate Fogelman, and they didn't start off great, but once they started bringing in other drivers like Caden Honeycutt, and came to Murphy, but in Nashville, but mainly Caden Honeycutt. He did really good in that 30 truck, and it was really cool to see that 30 truck up, at least up front, a little bit, like top 10, top 15. So that was really awesome to see. And that's my silly season predictions for all currently of 2023, all 3 series: Cup, National, and Trucks. I thought it was really cool to make these kind of videos, give my thoughts on what could happen for 2023. I really enjoyed doing that. I had a blast. That's gonna be it for me, y'all. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share the video, ring the little bell so you get notified whenever I upload. And a few more days, like at least 14 till the Clash at the Coliseum. Also, let me know. I was thinking about this too. Let me know if y'all want me to do the reaction to the LCQ. I'm not gonna do the heats. I'm not gonna do the reaction for the heats. And I'm not. I was thinking about doing the reaction for the LCQ. I don't know yet though. I'm thinking about it, but maybe. Just let me know if y'all want to see that. I'm going to do the Clash, Hopefully, it doesn't get copyrighted or taken down. But I'm thinking about the LCQ. I don't know yet, but just let me know if you want me to do that as well. If y'all want me to do the reaction to the Clash, the LCQ for the Clash as well. Alrighty, have a great rest of your day, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.